Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Now I'm going to report the latest coronavirus epidemic real-time big data report. Now let's have a look for the data. The data is updated to 16th of March 2020, 7:31 a.m. Beijing time. Now it's Beijing time 7:34. Okay, compared to our data, we can see that in mainland China, the confirmed diagnosis cases 10,820 and the cumulative diagnosis cases 81,066. Suspected cases 113. We can see that the suspected cases keep dropping down. Cumulative cure cases 67,042. Existing severe cases 3,226 and cumulative death cases 3,204. Now let's have a look for the cumulative diagnosis map. We can see that the infected maps not change. It's remained the same as before. There is no doubt that Hubei province is still the most severe province in mainland China, and other province has more than 100 cases and 1,000 cases remain the same. So I'm not going to report the details today. Okay, let's move on to have a look for the new confirmed suspected cure and death trend nationwide. The data is updated to 14th of March. We can see that the new diagnosis cases 27, active suspected cases 39, and active cure cases 1,333, and new death cases 10. Now let's move on to the new confirmed cases nationwide Hubei non-Hubei province. We can see that the nationwide number is 27. Hubei has 4 new diagnosis cases. Non-Hubei province has 23 new diagnosis cases. Okay, now let's have a look for specific province and cities. Because many of the cities' data are not updated yet, so the data remain almost the same as yesterday. So Hubei province, no doubt that it's the most severe province in mainland China, which has 67,794 cumulative diagnosis cases, 54,289 cure cases, and 3,085 death cases, with Wuhan the most severe city, which has 49,999 cumulative diagnoses, 37,642 cure cases, 2,456 death cases. I'm not going to report all the other cities. You can just pause this video if you are interested for any specific cities and have a look for the details by yourself. I will just slowly slow down the page. Okay, now let's move on to Guangdong province and other province out of Hubei province. We can see that Guangdong, Henan, Zhejiang, Hunan remain the 4 provinces which has more than 1,000 cases. All the other province, not many changes. We can see that Yunnan has 1 new added cases. Gansu has 1 new diagnosis cases as well. And let's have a look for Beijing, Shanghai. Beijing has overall 442 cumulative diagnosis cases, and Shanghai has 353 cumulative diagnosis cases. And most of those cases had already discharged from the hospital. Okay, now let's move on. Let's have a look for Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. They all remain the same as yesterday because data are not updated yet. I might give you an update video later today, so please make sure you subscribe to our channel and keep an eye on our channel. We will keep you an update later today. Okay, that's the overall data in mainland China. Now let's move on to epidemic abroad data. Yeah, once again, if you are interested for all these videos and data, please make sure you click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. We will keep you an update later today. Okay, now we can have the data all its same updated to 16th of March 2020, 7:31 a.m. Beijing time. The overall confirmed diagnosis cases 33,410 and the cumulative diagnosis cases 86,290, which is more than 10,000, which is 10,000 more than yesterday. So the situation out of mainland China all over the world is getting really bad. The cumulative cure cases is 9,595, and the cumulative death cases 3,286. We can see that if you remember yesterday, sorry, from yesterday's video, we can see that the cumulative death case is 2,600 something. Today, another 600 people die with this new coronavirus. So may the number goes up to 3,286. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for the new diagnosed strain at home and abroad, which means at home means in China, abroad means out of China. We can see that the data updated to 14th of March. Domestic number is 27, foreign number is 9,751, which means the situation out of China is getting worse than before. We can see that the line here is going up very fast. So everyone be careful. And we saw from the public media, this coronavirus not just infected old people, and not only old elderly people will get severe cases. Many children will also get severe cases. So be careful and make sure you protect all your families and yourself as well. If you do feel unwell, um, call your doctor or stay at home. If you do coughing or sneezing or any other symptoms, please make sure you wear a mask before you go out. Make the responsibility for yourself and the others. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for specific continents and countries. There is no doubt that Europe is the most severe continent all over the world now, which has 6,437 new diagnosis cases, 54,973 cumulative diagnosis cases, 3,070 people discharged from hospital, 2,342 people died with this new coronavirus. We can see that out of China, all the other countries, Europe is the most severe place been infected by this new coronavirus. And more than 70% people die in Europe. So Italy has 3,590 new diagnosis cases, overall 24,747 cumulative diagnosis cases, 2,335 people discharged, and 1,809 people died with this new coronavirus. The situation in Italy is very bad. Hope people in Italy will recovery soon, and not any other new diagnosis cases in Italy. It's really a bad news and sad news. I feel very sad about that. Okay, Spain didn't update the new diagnosis cases, and France has 923, and Germany has 1,043. So we can see that all these countries are getting worse and worse day after day. From Germany, we can see that Germany, France almost 5,000, and France 5,427, Spain 7,753. So hope all these countries no any new diagnosis cases. Actually, I hope no any new diagnosis cases all over the world, not just for any specific countries. And people are not suffering for this disease. Okay, now let's move on slowly. I'm not going to report every country here. If you are interested, you can just pause this video and have a look the detail by yourself. I will just slow down slowly. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for the data in Asia. We can see that Asia has 200 new diagnosis cases, but many countries not updated their data yet. The overall cumulative diagnosis cases 25,851. 5,932 people discharged from hospital. 855 people died with this new coronavirus. With Iran, the most severe country, which has 13,938 cumulative diagnosis cases. 4,590 people discharged. 724 people died. Followed by Korea, 8,162, and Japan 818. Same as before, because Japan not testing all the people, so we put a question mark here. Hopefully it's the correct number. We saw from the public media that Malaysia has more cases today, but the number here is still 428. We might have an update data later today. I will give you an update video later today, so please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Okay, now let's move on. I'm not going to report all the other countries as well, so you can just pause this video, and I will just slow down slowly. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for North America. We can see that United States and other countries not updated the new diagnosis case data yet. United States has 3,244 community diagnosis cases. We can see that the number grows up a lot, probably because the President Trump he announced that the national the whole United States become an emergency situation, and all the people can have a free test. So probably that's the reason why the number grows up rapidly. We might see an even bigger number in the coming few days in America. So the cure cases 56 and deaths cases 62. And Canada has 313 cumulative diagnoses, 100 people discharged, 1 people die. I'm not going to report all the other countries. There are not many for them. Okay, let's have a look for others. The Diamond Princess Cruises, which has 15 new diagnosis cases, 712 cumulative diagnoses, 456 people discharged, 7 people died. So the numbers still keep going up, which is really shock. Okay, let's move on. We can see that South Africa has 31 new diagnoses, overall 419 cumulative diagnoses, 1 people discharged, but 5 people died. Africa has 53 new diagnoses, 343 cumulative diagnoses, 37 people discharged, 8 people died. And Oceania not updated data yet. Australia has 272 cumulative diagnosis cases, 27 people discharged, 5 people died. 2 more people died in Australia. I can remember one lady is 70 years old, and the other one I can't remember. But from the public media, we can see that actually the data updated today, Australia has more than 300 cases, and the ACT and Queensland, 1 or 2 of their states had already announced that the states is in emergency situation. So, but the NSW still not announced to emergency situation. Hopefully, it will announce soon, because people really concerned about the situation in Australia. We can see that many people coughing on the train, on the bus, on the street in Australia. So it's really hard to identify whether people just get the flu or infected by this new coronavirus. But people really feel concerned about this. And some people also said that even they got a fever, if they are not close contact with people already been diagnosed with coronavirus positive, they will not get a test because they run out of the testing kits. Hopefully, all these countries all over the world will not have any new diagnosis cases tomorrow, but I know that won't be true. Anyway, yeah, protect yourself, protect your family. Stay at home. If you don't need to go out, wear a mask. Thank you very much. Goodbye.